Hi everyone, my name's Emma and I own Mrs Smudge's Kitchen in Barnstaple, in Belchport Street. Now the lovely ladies at the WI have asked me if I wouldn't mind demonstrating to you some Easter fun that I would have been doing in person, but unfortunately due to Corona, here we are. So I thought it would be quite good fun to do what I was going to demonstrate to you without the cake. So this is the models for your demonstration. So what we're going to do first up is we're going to make, I've made some ready to show you. We're going to make an Easter chick. Let's just show you. Here he is. It's our little Easter chick. So there he is. Super cute, isn't he? So we're going to make an Easter chick. We're also going to make an Easter bunny. So there's your Easter bunny we're going to make as well. So a little edible Easter bunny with his cute little tail. And finally, we're going to be making, I love this, the little Easter egg chick trying to get out of the Easter egg as well. So we're going to make one of those as well. I'll try and do that without ripping his legs off. So first up today, excuse me because I'm in my kitchen at home and not in the studio at work. So we're going to try and get along with basic stuff. Unfortunately, you are going to have some sort of coloured material, be fondant, or if you haven't got any fondant, maybe some Play-Doh, like you have kids got Play-Doh at home, you could make some like that. And you're going to need some toothpicks. That's what you're going to need. Generally we can get along with toothpicks. You're going to need a knife to do some cutting, and a rolling pin. And I always find it's a lot easier if you've got some corn flour, just normal everyday corn flour, because it stops things from sticking to the surface that we're going to be working on. So I'm going to point you that way a little bit, and hopefully you can see everything I'm doing. Okay, so for our Easter chick, you're gonna need some yellow. So we're gonna break off a bit. As you can see, because it's been left out a little bit, because everyone's all just had lunch and I couldn't record for you, it's gone a bit bitsy. Now, if you start to roll this, it should get all nice and supple again, and that bit should go away. If you've had some fondant that's left over that's gone a bit crusty, what you can do, pop it in the microwave out of its foil, if it's in foil, pop it into the microwave just for 10 seconds, take it out, give it a good knead, pop it back in again if needs to, and you should get rid of all the crustiness, and we should have this nice, lovely, soft, supple fondant again, so you shouldn't have a problem. So we just dust the side down a little bit with some corn flour. Not too much, but this will stop it from absorbing like icing sugar does. And what we want to do is we want to create a nice round ball with no seams or no cracks in it, because otherwise if it does crack, I'm just going to take my ring off a minute, if it does crack it will show up later. So try and knead it as much as you can, try and get it nice and warm, and the more you do this, the less chance you've got of it cracking. So I keep going, it takes a little while, and obviously the warmer your hands are, the better this is going to be as well. I always have cold hands, I've always got chilly hands. So it does take me a bit sometimes. So particularly in the winter in the shop, you will find me most of the time with my hands by the heater. So there we go. So we've got a nice ball. Now we can just roll this in the palm of your hands to keep it nice and soft. Once you know you've got no seams whatsoever, so it's nice and smooth. The more you shine it, if I just rub it against my hand, see if I can show you. If you can see how shiny it is. See? It gets really shiny. So the more you do it, the softer, the nicer the finish is going to be. So that's going to be our little chick. There he is. So what we're going to need to do now is to make the chick, you need to make it kind of egg shaped. So although in your hand you'll make it into a ball all the time, what I do is it's almost like this sort of shape. If I can show you, like that sort of shape, but we keep one end down. So put it into my hand and I just roll it down like that. So it's basically just like that. Roll it just like that all the way until you've still got nice smooth edges. It's still nice outside, nice and smooth, but it's now turned our circle now into an egg shape. If you can see that, that's going to be the main sort of body for our chick. I'll move it that way a little bit so you can see it. So that's the main sort of body for the chick. And then we're going to make his head. So again, we just want a smaller bit so you can see, have a look and see what you think it's going to look like. We don't want his head to be too big, but then what's wrong with a big-headed chick? No problem. If you want a bigger head, you make a bigger head. It doesn't matter. But for this purposes, just a nice size. Have a look, measure it against your chick. And again, the same thing again, just keep going round and round and round. Keep smoothing, keep smoothing, keep smoothing. Okay. So I've got a nice head for my chick. There we go. So if we want to try and keep it in place, it will stay in place with just a tiny little bit of water on a brush. I've had to use new makeup brushes that I've not used yet because I've left all my brushes in the shop and I'm not allowed to go out to go and get them at the moment. So unless I'm essentially going out. So we make that just like that. So that's our body now for our chick and our chick head. So next up is going to be the feet. Now this one I made a bit earlier on, made the orange earlier, so it's gone a little bit dry at the minute because I left it all out while I was making lunch. So let's just move that back up again and again, knead it as much as we can. So the best way to make the feet, because we want some little feet sticking out, I'm going to do two different ways. The way that's on the chick that I showed you earlier, let's grab him and show you. I don't know why it's a little male chick, but it's a little boy chick. Is we've got the 3 little points. That's literally done with 3 little sausages made into a fan shape and stuck underneath. So that's the one way that we can do. Let's put chick there. There we go. So that's the one way you can do it. The second way I'll show you is to just make like almost like kind of little duck feet really. So we just put a little bit of water along the front there of the chick. And what we'll do, it's got slightly smaller feet, is we'll make our feet into like a duck shape. You know what duck shaped feet are? You know what I mean, don't you? So it's almost like a little fan, I guess. And then what you do is with your knife or tool like this, you can just push into the fondant to make indents like that. So just tiny little, just makes nice little feet. And then I can just push that underneath so it should stick to the water. And again, we'll do the same again. So make it into like a little triangular fan shape. And then we can push the knife into the end there again. And make your little sort of webbed little duck feet. So I don't suppose anyone's going to mind if this is a little webbed duck instead of a little chicken. So then we need to get the eyes. Look away if this is painful. Just with this, so it's one of these. You can also do it with a toothpick, the end of a paintbrush. If you've got a thin end of a paintbrush, you can do it with. There's lots of different things that you can use at home to do it with. So you just make the 2 little indents there. So we've got the little eyes, and we want to take some black here and do the same again because the black's gone a bit open to the air because I've been playing with it today. So let's just get that nice and supple again. Okay, so we need 2 little tiny bits for the eyes. I don't make him too googly eyed. So just pop that on the inside where we've just made the holes. There we go. So our little chick's now got eyes. And then with the orange again, we want to make a little beak. So what we do is put a bit of water on there first, where you want the beak to go, because that gives it a bit of time now for it to get really sticky. You don't need any edible glue. It'd be absolutely fine, just with some water. That will really stick anything. It's really good. So with this one, we need to get just a circle of fondant, just a little circle there. And this is the way I do it. There's lots of different ways to do it, but this is the way I do it. So I put my finger out like this, and I use this hand. If you're left-handed, obviously it's the other way around, but you put your hand like that, put it like that, and you just twist it in between your fingers and sort of move it up to make a cone shape. So the more you twist like this, it'll stay nice and flat on your finger, and it will turn into, if you can see that, it will turn into sort of a little cone shape, and that is going to be our little beak. There he goes. Now see, what I do is to keep it on without having to put any sticks in it or anything, put it in place and then just gently twist it and rotate it, and you'll see what I mean. It really does stick really hard. So there we go. Look, little chick's coming into shape now. So next up, this one has had a little accident now. He's lost a bit of his hair. It's going bald, that chick. Put his hair back on, that's better. Okay, so this one, we've made one that's got sort of little tufts, and I did the tufts exactly the same way that I did the beak, actually. So I'm going to do this one as a little Mohican on this one. So again, get yourself a ball of fondant, just like that, on your finger like that, and twist it round and round and round. See if you can see if I can do it that way. Twist it round and round and round and round and round, and sort of pinch it at the top, and that will make you, ta-da! It's good fun. So that one's going to go in the middle. We're going to do it again. And again, so do the same thing again. And again. And one more. I love this chick already. This is my favourite one already. One more. And then there we go. Okay, so this one I'm going to make slightly smaller wings. So with the wings, the easiest way I found to do it, so you don't need any fancy stuff to cut or anything like that, is to get yourself another circle of fondant, roll this in your hand until you've got that nice smooth edge. There's nothing Nothing, no cracks in it, nothing like that. See there, like this, push it against your hand. Just push it nice and flat against your hand. Rub your finger over it, curl it back up again. There you go, and you should get like a petal shape. Should be like that. You can mould it with your fingers into any shape you want for your little bird. And what I'll do is I just like to put the feathery bits in. So just put some little lines down, just like that. So I've just made some little lines. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. Here's some little lines there. A little bit of water again along the side of the bird, either side. So the water will adhere it to it. And then just pop that on the side like that. And I'm going to lift it up at the end so it sort of sticks out a little bit. So it looks like he's sort of about to take off, which is quite cute. And again, so the other side, another circle of fondant in your hands, nice and smooth. Push it to your hand like that, nice and flat. Rub it with your fingers so it's all nice and smooth. Peel it back off your hands into like a petal shape. And that's also how to make roses. If you've got no rose cutters, I'll show you that later. And there is wing number 2. So we'll put that one on there, and you just sort of stick it down, push it down with your finger, and where you've put the water, it should stick straight away. And just don't stick the bottom on. So you just don't stick the bottom on there. And there you've got your little Easter chick. So there we go. Let's see if I can bring it a bit closer and show you. There we go. So 2 different types of Easter chick. One with a little Mohican, and then one with this little funky hairdo as well. And that's your Easter chick. There you go.